Hey everybody, and welcome to Twin Talk, a video discussion show where twin brothers Chris and Kevin drink and draw while talking about comic books, movies, and all things pop culture. We are your hosts, Chris Hart,
Kevin Hart.
Today we're taking a look back at Sonic the Hedgehog.
Stick around to the end of the episode to see how a drawing of Sonic came out. And if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel for more content. This was the home run of 2020. This movie shocked my socks off. I really genuinely enjoyed this movie.
I didn't get to see this movie. I just got around to watching it and, getting ready for the sequel that's coming out. This movie is delightful.
Yeah, it really is.
This movie is heartfelt, emotional, damn near cried 3 times.
Yeah. Packed with emotion, packed with heartfelt moments. And thank God they fixed the CGI on this before it arrived in theaters, because that alone would have destroyed this entire movie, destroyed this entire franchise. And it's got a solid written script that, again, packs so much emotion and laugh out loud moments for all ages.
Yeah, that infamous trailer, right, when they released it and the fans, the hate that it got.
Meow?
They were responsible for having the studio change it to be more cartoon accurate, video game accurate, because he is a pretty beloved character and he's still got things going on today. We remember him from the cartoon in the 90s, 1993, the Fastest Thing Alive intro.
Yeah.
Like that, like
Sonic!
Cheesy 90s metal intro.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Sonic, he's the fastest thing alive.
And I just remember he loved the chili cheese dogs and stuff. So going into this, I was just expecting to be entertained, right? Video game movies, they do have a bad rap. Not all of them. Not many of them are great, so I was looking forward to just be entertained.
This one at least tries.
And I couldn't believe how
story.
solid this movie was. I was really excited for the sequel.
It does a great job of not throwing everything at your face in the beginning, right? It kind of sets up like origins for these characters with Dr. Robotnik, Sonic. There's like themes. The human interactions with James Marsden, who hasn't aged a day since X-Men in 2000.
I know. It's such a wasted potential as Cyclops, but that's another video.
as an actor in a career, yeah, definitely wasted potential as well.
Yeah.
But he does a great job in this.
And that could have been pretty cheesy, right? We've seen that over and over again between
Transformers,
Looney Tunes back in action, Transformers, Rocky and Bullwinkle. Like, you can do like the live action hybrid with the cartoons, and not every one of them is going to be Roger Rabbit, right? Because that's peak. But this, like, it's been done so many times to failure, and it's like, all right, we're sick of it. But this movie does a really good job of that human and animation interaction, where you believe that this guy is talking to this space hedgehog, and like you said before, heartfelt, charismatic, and very well written.
They had a lot of thought behind it too, even like the use of the rings. Something that is so like basic. They're like, it's
objective in the game.
Yeah, there's objectives. It's got like the interdimensional travel.
Yeah.
A lot of cool stuff. Like, and it sets up the fact that it's like almost like a Marvel franchise. Like a lot of times people try and rip off on that.
Yeah.
And it's like to their demise. But this one actually sets up like even his sneakers, Dr. Robotnik's look, all these different like the worlds, the different characters of the games. They kind of wait to set up an actual like independent, well-written and well-crafted movie, and thank God they did that.
Yeah. Like you said, this is his origin story. They were smart to have it, like that slow burn, and then reveal at the end, like, make his world bigger. Start small
Cameos,
here. Yeah. Because the first few minutes of this, when he's got Longclaw, I believe was the owl's name, I was invested in that. Starts off with the action right away. Baby
Adorable Sonic.
Yeah. He's getting chased out of his homeworld. And this is the same homeworld from the video game that everybody knows from the Sega Genesis, which I love. In the opening credits, it goes Sega and has like you said, almost like MCU Marvel credits.
All their properties. Yeah.
Like you said, I feel like treating this like a Marvel property was the way to go, because that's the norm of blockbuster filmmaking now, right? So why not treat Sonic like that? Build the world, have like these post-credit scenes and stuff, and
take your time with it. Yeah.
And not only that, who's the DP on this? The cinematography is incredible.
It's a good
very well-looking video game movie. Yeah.
Ben Schwartz, as the voice actor of Sonic, crushes it. He does a great job, and he delivers that humor, right, and also like the almost like OP character, right? Like he's like untouchable, and he's kind of like just a big giant kid, and he does a great job of delivering that with the attitude and like the fun. And some of the jokes, like I generally was like,
Yeah, they're,
I was like
they're pretty
laughing
funny.
out loud
Yeah,
moments. Yeah.
It doesn't. I mean, it helps too that he's adorable.
Yeah.
Like you said, they fixed the animation. That was half the battle. But the voice acting is great. Like you buy into this. Like you would just want to hang out with this little blue dude. You know, it's like. Especially the scene when he's playing baseball, right? He's like
Oh
in
my
the
goodness.
stands, and then he goes and he plays an entire game by himself, and he goes for the high five, and nobody's there.
Yeah.
Gut wrenching.
That scene broke me.
But like you said, this movie, like the themes of it, they treated it like a film, not just a stupid, cheesy, you know, money making movie. They treated it with themes of like identity, purpose, you know, being alone in the world, and I feel like that was a strength of it to treat it. You know, like, treat the script with respect.
Even with the human interactions with Donut Lord James Marsden, like he had a whole like arc and Sonic, and it kind of like meshed together, and it was really good, the use of themes and like plots for this movie.
Yeah, two people between Sonic and Donut Lord, like both of them having like this identity crisis, and then by them palling together, serves both of their arcs, and it pays off pretty well. But one of the standouts of this movie is Jim Carrey. He looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
He looks badass.
As like with like like he's your typical mustache twirling, but he looks pretty cool because like I always remember Dr. Robotnik or Eggman, whatever you want to call him, from the games and cartoons, like as this fat like mustache twirling guy. So he wasn't the way I was expecting
with the
him
goggles,
to look.
the red, yeah.
But it was a cool treatment of like an action adventure, and I love the way that his like robots and stuff, his mechanic stuff, and like his not his ship. Well, he has like the Eggmobile at the end, but like his like vehicle where he's going on like that government agent
RV,
bus.
yeah.
It's like pretty cool, like all his different drones and stuff. And you could buy that maybe this is like a weird scientist that the government like only calls in for special things, like a blackout.
It's like a kooky doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed again the slow burn of this character. He doesn't look exactly cartoon accurate, but we get a in-depth character of why he likes machines over his preference of humans. I like that he like belittles everyone and he thinks he's like superior.
Yeah.
I love like the arthritic chiropractor hand
The
movements
glove,
of the
the power
gloves.
glove. Yeah, it's
and the
pretty
fact
cool.
that they did like almost like Mysterio in Spider-Man Far From Home with like the drones, and that was like like a very modern approach to this character. Just a lot of thought that went into the little things that delivers big on the screen.
Yeah, because Sonic does have a fan base, so you don't want to just crap out a film to make money and like make kids happy. You know, it goes back to the '90s and stuff, so it's a pretty long time ago.
Treat the original fans with respect.
Yeah. So they're all adults now. You want to give them something serviceable and enjoyable and entertaining.
I do like by the end of the film with the cameos and leading up to obviously the sequel and this potential trilogy that they did do justice to the character, because by the end he's got the giant ridiculous mustache, the goggles, the
shaves his
the
head,
red jacket, he's got like the Eggmobile and everything, and I was hoping that he would get fat for the second movie because I was like, all right, cool, this is a way that you can now morph this character. He's a fleshed out character and now make him to the more like cartoon accurate depiction. So that was again genius stroke
by starting the movie treating it like as realistic and grounded, and then
as
slowly,
possible.
but like slowly, like because I felt like they did treat it pretty grounded, you know. And then by the end, you could start leaning more into the absurd, right? Between Eggman and Robotnik, like getting crazy, and like have Jim Carrey ham it up, and then you could bring in Knuckles and Tails and Shadow and all these different things, and like Supersonic. Like you could really go into more in-depth stuff from that world and start bringing in more of the cartoony aspects.
I also really love Sonic's man cave. How
Yeah.
he's reading like the Flash comic books. You got the fastest thing alive, reading the fastest man alive. So that was a really cool moment right there.
I also think the action in this movie is pretty damn good. I think like even going into the sequel, I was like genuinely excited for it because I was like, they're pretty, like I said, very well made looking movies, very good looking movies, and the action's pretty solid between like Robotnik at the end with all the drones, the Sonic when he throws the couple off the side of the building, goes down to catch them and stuff, and they even give us a little bit of like an X-Men Days of Future Past like Quicksilver homage, the way he goes through everything between the bar fight and then at the end when he's going through all the different missiles and stuff.
So smart. So that's what I was going to ask.
It's just really cool. Like,
what is your favorite scene in this movie?
Yeah, my favorite scene, probably the ending, the climax when he's fighting him in the small town. Just because it's cool to see like those cartoonish video game characters brought to life in that way. I thought it was pretty like respectful to the source material, and it was just cool to see it on screen. And I love that it took place in like a small town. It was just like him and Robotnik.
Duking it out.
It looked
For
pretty
the quill.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little torn because I love, like you just said, like that Quicksilver moment at the bar when they're having fun. he's like dressed in a poncho and a sombrero, like the worst disguise ever.
Yeah.
But like that moment where he like freezes time and he's just like unstoppable and so powerful and he's just having fun and like
Eating chili dogs.
yeah, and just like this like over the top saloon fight was very cool. But I do also like the fact that car chase scene. I think it was like the first interaction with Sonic and Eggman, Dr. Robotnik, where he's like they're trying to outrun him. And he's got the RV, but then he's got like the drone, and then like it's almost like what are those like Chinese dolls that like get smaller every time? And he's just like that
Russian dolls,
the Russian dolls, whatever. Like where he's got the big drone, then that one gets taken out, then he's got a smaller drone, and it's just cool to see like the evolution of Eggman's like drones and how smart he was in his use of technology. That was really fun and cool to see.
I also really like the end credits, how they played all the beats of the movie in a video game fashion,
Like
animation.
the 8-bit,
And like it was just cool. It's very visually appealing. It reminds me a lot of Spider-Man, like Homecoming and like Shazam end credits, stuff like that. I'm a sucker for that type of stuff when they do like animated or tribute stuff at the end. It's pretty cool. Overall grade for the movie, Kevin, what are you giving it?
I'm giving this thing pretty high score, 9 out of 10. Almost went 9.5 out of 10. That's how good it is. It's a very emotional, fun movie, fun for all ages. A very respectful and dedicated to the craft of the cartoons and the video games. A lot of good human interaction, a lot of good jokes. There's really not much to not like about the movie.
It's pretty
It's like hard to find anything, but I would only say the fact that it is a slow burn is great, but it's like you almost want like all the big, the bag of tricks. But it was smart that they did that, but that's the only thing I could really think of. But obviously it's gearing up for a sequel and a trilogy, so 9.9/9.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. It's pretty high too. I'm gonna give it a 9 as well. The runtime helps it out too. It's only an hour and 40. It doesn't overstay its welcome, and it's fast paced enough that it's a nice little ride. It's cute, fun. Like I said, delightful, heartfelt, good themes, great animation, great action and adventure. I really enjoyed it. I couldn't believe how much I liked it, especially since that first trailer with like that abomination that they gave us with
This thing
animation.
went viral.
It was so bad. Yeah, even I was just like, dang, that's terrible.
This thing got the Snyder Cut treatment.
Yeah, and it worked out for the better because it was a good movie. Like even if they had that same looking animation, it would have like taken it down a few notches. So I'm glad that they did it because it was a good movie that they had. So they were smart by doing that, listening to the fans. But 9 out of 10, definitely.
What did you guys think about Sonic the Hedgehog? Let us know in the comments below. We're going to be talking all about Sonic the Hedgehog 2, drawing Knuckles, so make sure you stay tuned for that video in the future. Anyways, that about wraps up today's episode of Twin Talk. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment below to join the discussion, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content. We'll see you next time. Peace! If I throw my wedding ring, do you think it'll take me to like Hawaii somewhere?
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
I don't know. Throw it off the balcony. See what happens.